Yeah, what's the word, y'all? I'm back with another one. Shit. Today I thought I'd talk about our prison system, and how that shit set up, and one way I think it could get fixed. I ain't saying it's the best way or it's the only way and it's my way or the highway. I ain't saying no shit like that, but I'm saying it's what they tell us is the prison system is made to rehabilitate criminals into regular civilians again. But what it does is initially is institutionalize our people as a whole. I don't care what color you are. You know what I'm saying? When you go to jail, some jails ain't set up like how it is in California. There's no race barriers. You might have a roommate who white and y'all click up together and be cool the whole time y'all do y'all prison sentence and don't nobody care because there's no race barriers where y'all from. But then, it's other prisons where that shit do apply, but I ain't talk about that. But I think the one way, one big step I think we could do to fix our prison system would be if we honestly trying to rehabilitate criminals into regular civilians again. If they say they trying to rehabilitate somebody, instead of putting you in boot camp and giving you those, they could be putting out like they could be putting you through job programs where you making real starting pay. Not no 60 cent, not no 50 cent, not no 25 cent, not no 14 cent, not no penny a hour. None of that bullshit. Give you a job where you making honest pay and you can make an honest living, and they show you why you didn't do in your time. That look, bro, you ain't gotta sell dope to make 40,000. You ain't gotta sell guns to make 50,000. You ain't gotta rob nobody to see $100. You ain't gotta go rob a bank to see $5,000. You can see that shit by working. And I feel like that's one way that they start setting up some type of job programs where people is making real starting pay, not no little ass 14 cents to $1 to $2. Because let's be real, by the time you come back and you get to your cell and you get paid, you gonna spend all that shit on commissary and getting yourself together. You ain't even gonna have no time to really, or you ain't gonna have enough money to really do what else, normal humans need to do. So how the fuck is you rehabilitating yourself? You know what I'm saying? At this point, you putting yourself into survival mode instead of rehabilitating yourself. You still in survival mode because now you even scratching for crumbs while you in jail to survive. And you ain't got enough crumbs to survive off of, so now you doing more illegal shit in jail than you was doing outside of the damn jail. And that's how they get you to be institutionalized, And fuck all the gang politics. That ain't got shit to do with it because if you put two niggas in a gang in the same pod, yeah, they gonna fight. You let them get that shit off, but if they in that bitch every day together, eventually niggas gonna be like, man, that shit dead. You know what I'm saying? I done fought your ass like 10 times. We done went to the hole. Man, fuck that. Motherfuckers getting time added on. Man, fuck that, bro. We finna just do our time. You know what's up with me. I know what's up with you. Yeah, yeah. Whatever. That's exactly how it's gonna go. And then they gonna be in that bitch sharing noodles, sharing chips, sharing cheese dips and shit. I'm telling you, bro, Slim Jims and shit. They gonna be sharing all types of shit, cakes, all types of shit. While they homies on the outside dying every day. This shit really fucked up. But like I say, ain't no way you could you can rehabilitate somebody and then you feeding them dog food. Like that ain't no way to rehabilitate somebody. If I want you to do better in this world and truly get to the potential that I feel like you can be as a civilian, then I'm gonna give you opportunities, not put dog shit in front of your face and tell you to eat it and be like, this all you got until 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Then you gotta wait till 6 o'clock at night to eat. Then it's straight bedtime. Then you gotta wake up at 4 to get some more dog food. Then it's like, come on, bro. That's not rehabilitation. That's not rehabilitation at all. That sounds like slavery. And then when certain jobs people they talking about, yeah, I was making like shit 15 cents a day. I was busting their heads though with them noodles and shit, making extra commissary, doing what I had to do. I was even getting drugs in that bitch. See, that's the dumb shit because that's not rehabilitating you. You ain't doing nothing in that bitch to make you think smarter or think different. Some niggas do hit the book. Some niggas do read the Bible, pick up a Bible and read the Bible. But that don't ever do nothing because it don't amount to nothing once they get out, because it's like, shit, okay, I'm out, I'm free. Now I got to figure out how I'm about to eat because I ain't going to get no job tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And some prisons do set niggas up with jobs, but it don't be no good job. They done been to quit that job 3 months after they got out, just to keep their parole. 6 months after they got out, just to keep they just to stay on parole and keep their probation and stay out of jail. But once that shit over with, once that 6 months is up and that 3 months is up and they ain't gotta have no job no more and it require for them to have no job no more, they be like, fuck that shit. You know, quit the job. Now they back doing them. So it's like that ain't rehabilitate nobody. But if you was to hook a nigga up who ain't never in their life made more than, you know what I'm saying, $100 a day, you get him a job where he making $20 an hour, and then he get that paycheck back for the first time while he in jail, that's gonna change his life. He ain't got nobody around him in his ear doing no fuck shit. He by himself. He independent. The cell he in a little bit bigger. He got a lot more space to think. He got a lot more space to chill. The bed's a little bit more comfortable. So he getting a lot more time to sleep to himself. He getting a lot more time to eat the food a little bit better. So you know what I'm saying? And the guard's a little bit nicer. Ain't nobody pushing you around trying to make you and provoke you to do some shit to add more time to your sentence. Everybody really in that bitch genuinely trying to help you, really trying to genuinely rehabilitate you to be a regular civilian, an honest civilian. But no, instead you get guards who get in that bitch. They want a tough boy. They want to try to bully you. They want to try to enforce and abuse their power with their badge and pepper spray you, call back up when you get too aggressive, because now they done talked all they shit. You start talking your shit. Now he trying to call for backup. Now you in the hole for some bullshit. Now you can't make no phone calls, all types of shit. You come back, he's still on the deck talking shit to you again. Now you go back to the hole again. So it's like, damn, no escape. So the shit, that's why I said that shit ain't set up for nobody to win. They know what's going on in that bitch. They know how everybody moving that bitch. They ain't never tried to reestablish and fix nothing. It's always been made for they beneficial. You know what I'm saying? We don't benefit from no jail sentence, or no jail time. You don't get out no different. Name one motherfucker that got out any different. You know what I'm saying? You might get one out of 100 motherfuckers that be behind them walls that get out and be like, yeah, that ain't for me no more. I'm going this way. I'm cool. I done seen what I had to see in that bitch. But then you get the other niggas who be like, man, fuck that shit. I don't give no fuck. I still got to be me. I'm still me. At the end of the day, I'm a gangster in this shit. I'm a go out how I go out. But if he would have had a real opportunity in that bitch, a real chance to get a real education, and a motherfucker to really take time to get to know him and understand him and how he coming, maybe he would have been a little bit different. And that's why I feel like shit, if they get somebody in them programs who really educated and understand the people and understand how we coming as people and how we really live on a day-to-day basis and how it feel to really be in these inner cities and these black communities, then I feel like it'll work. It'll work. Even in the white communities, because they got their own struggles too. I ain't just saying that like when you go behind them walls, it's just black people. Because it's not. It's Mexican. It's Hispanic people. It's white people. It's motherfucking people from foreign countries. It's people from all over the place. But I'm just speaking mainly about my people, but because I feel like shit, ain't no way that the prison system is set up for us to succeed in any way as people in general. You got white people who get out with felonies and for a little shit, they did a little car theft and did a little joyride. Now they got a felony. First time offense, just like black people get. But don't nobody talk about that because that's the stories we don't know about. But it happened to them too. But shit, I say, like, you know, another way I say shit, if they just redefine the whole felony system. I feel like certain felonies shouldn't be felonies. Like if you get caught with, I say, if you get caught in a stolen car, you know what I'm saying? If if it's just a joyride, like somebody's like one night you was just going through cars and you came up on some keys, or you shit, it was cold outside, motherfucker left their car running, you hopped in that bitch and bailed out. I feel like you shouldn't get no felony for no shit like that. That shouldn't be no felony. I mean, it's a crime. I feel like you should get a misdemeanor and you should have to do what motherfuckers have to do. In certain instances, them is misdemeanors, but in certain states, them is felonies. I feel like for all states, they should be misdemeanors. But if you armed rob a motherfucker out their vehicle and take their car, and that ain't joyriding, that's armed robbery. That's something totally different. Now, that's a felony, I believe. If you strong arm a motherfucker with no weapon and it's just a robbery, I feel like those strong arm robberies where you ain't had no knife, you ain't had no gun, all you had was your hands and you just strong arm a motherfucker and you just took it. That is a bad crime, but I feel like that's not a felony. Getting caught with a gun, yeah, that's a felony if it's illegal. I feel like that should stay the same. Assault, all that shit is the felony of any sort. Armed robbery, what's another one? Rape, molestation, all that shit's a felony off back. There's no arguing about that. Murder and attempted murder and shit like that, automatic felony. I could feel that. Now, fighting the police officers and shit like that, I feel like the evidence should be more looked at if the officer is provoking a fight and a fight happens. Even though he does have a badge, I feel like that should not be a felony because as a person, we know how this shit go. We know how people is, and if we provoking a fight and the fight break off and we say some shit and get punched in our mouth for saying some shit we know we don't have no business saying, then that's on us. We know the consequences of what we say, and everybody knows for every action is there's a reaction. So I feel like that shouldn't be no felony. What's another one? Shit, I gotta think, cause there's a lot of felonies. I believe receiving stolen goods shouldn't be a felony. I feel like you shouldn't. That shouldn't be. If somebody steals something, they come and give it to me, and I don't know that it's stolen. I mean, anybody could have gave him that shit. I don't know. A crackhead could have really gave that to him. I don't know. So if I receive some stolen goods and I don't know that he just robbed somebody at gunpoint, and I get stopped and I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, my friend gave this to me. And then y'all like, well, this shit is stolen. And I'm like, well, hold on, wait a minute. He told me he got it from so-and-so. And I feel like that shouldn't be snitching either because you put me in a blind spot, bro. You told me you got this shit from so-and-so. I got stopped by 12 and motherfucker told me this shit stolen. Motherfucker got robbed at gunpoint. You ain't tell me shit. That's not snitching. You left me in a dark spot. You feel me? You left me out to dry for your crime so you can get away scot-free. That's bogus. You know what I'm saying? You bogus as hell for that. And I feel like if bro tell the honest truth for what you told him, if they come pick you up, you feel what I'm saying? You can't say bro told on you because he told them what you told him. You feel what I'm saying? He kept it real. Now, if you would have came up to him and you told him, like, yeah, bro, I just poked a motherfucker. I just robbed a motherfucker for this, and that. I need you to take this and get the fuck on. Get the fuck from around here and just put it up for me. I'm going to come get it from you in a couple days. And you know what's going on, and they come scoop you, and then you tell some whole other shit, then you bogus. But if he tell you, like, yeah, bro, I just, my uncle just gave me this shit here. Just take this shit and just put it in your crib. I'm going to come get it in a couple of days. And while you like, all right, bet. You shake hands, y'all walk off, and the police stop you. And then you get hit with receiving stolen goods and all that shit, and you tell them what he told you. I feel like you shouldn't get no felony for that. You shouldn't even sit in jail. Especially when your homie get in there and he tell the truth. Like, yeah, I was bogus. It was me. I robbed bro. Ooh, bro ain't had nothing to do with that. Because you got to be a real nigga and do that. If you know what happened and you ain't tell your mans and you left him out to dry, if you don't do that, you ain't a real nigga. But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I feel like shit, just the prison system needs to definitely be redefined. Like if they really trying to rehabilitate motherfuckers, you need to give motherfuckers more space to breathe and think. Them little ass jail cells ain't shit. Them 23-1 decks should be, it's completely exterminated unless you in a maximum prison. If you in a county jail, what the fuck you need a 23-1 deck for? Or you need a 23-1 intake for? Because that shit to me is dumb as hell. I feel like intake, yeah, if you're doing intake, that's cool. However long intake take for you to get booked, that's cool. But once a motherfucker get booked, what's the point of me being in a 23-1 cell? Yeah, I get the COVID shit, but let's be real. Once I do my COVID test and it come back negative and I don't got COVID, then I shouldn't be in no 23-1. I should be in general pop, out with everybody, chilling with everybody, and we shouldn't be in no 23-1. It should be a regular, however the hours is, because ever since I've been going to jail, so that's all it's been. It's 23-1s, 23-1s, Ramsey County, 23-1, Hennepin County, 23-1. I can't remember no time besides one time I was in Ramsey County a little bit before COVID, but they still made us wait. I had waited like a week or so before I got put in general pop. And before that, I was a week in just motherfucking intake, just 23-1. And then sometimes the COs in Ramsey County so dirty, as soon as you step out your cell, everybody locked back up. Ain't nobody coming out for their 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm on bullshit today. And they'll tell you like, yeah, I'm on bullshit today. Report me. Badge number, whoop, 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 and they'll tell you their name. But ain't nobody gonna go in their cell and write that shit down. Don't nobody take that shit serious. Motherfuckers be mad as hell, banging on the cells, mad. Whatever. But then when you come back out later on that night, 3 minutes, he on the same shit. Just because motherfuckers ain't turn around and go in with a good attitude and a positive mindset. He's still on that. Then you got like, when I was in Hennepin County, it's just excuse me. That shit, it's just like what is it, a 72-hour hold, 48-hour hold or some shit, 36-hour hold or some shit. Like, I think it's a 36-hour hold. That shit really like 48 hours. Not even sometimes in some instances, your shit might be 72 hours. And if you get bumped on the weekend, Sundays don't count, I believe. So you really sit in jail for a whole extra day, which is bullshit. That's not even real. That's not even a real thing. Then the whole time you in there, you only sitting in the 23-1 because of the COVID shit that's going on. So it's like, what's the point? I don't get it. Motherfuckers be making people do all this phony ass weird shit, and the police get away with so much shit. The COs get away with so much shit. You know what I'm saying? And they be following motherfuckers just to build a case. As soon as you run, cause you get nervous, they on you. And then it's all types of shit. The gang task, people be on bullshit, pulling up on motherfuckers, asking you is you your ops, and just to get a reaction. It be all types of weird shit that they be doing. And I feel like that's, if we really living in a country where we supposed to be free and we supposed to be treated as human beings, we don't even get treated as human beings. You got to think about it in another standpoint too. Like, shit, why should we keep respecting troops? Why should we keep respecting 9/11 and all of the shit that they go through in Iraq and shit like that? And these the same motherfuckers that's supposed to be our loved ones, our family members, our cousins, uncles, dads, moms. You know what I'm saying? Grandpas, granddads, and great uncles, great granddads and shit that fought in the war. These supposed to be our family members. But these the same motherfuckers that they threaten us with this martial law shit. So why is we supposed to keep holding them to a higher standard? Why the fuck is we still supposed to keep respecting them? You know what I'm saying? So at a certain point, we gotta look at it like shit. They ain't even our family members no more. They just train dogs for the United States of America to attack whenever they say attack. So they not even who we think they is no more. So why should we keep respecting them? Why should we keep loving them? Why should we keep holding them to a high standard? Why should we keep caring about them going and poking their nose in business that ain't got shit to do with us, period? The shit that they be poking their nose in don't affect our country in no shape, form, or fashion. So why should we keep respecting what the fuck they doing? And once again, you got to think about it. Every time they say martial law, they say special forces. That means anybody in a special forces uniform is gonna be told to come back this way and do whatever the fuck it is they want them to do to you. If they want them to come through this bitch and don't ask no questions, anybody that's even in the house, kids included, straight headshots, they gonna come in this bitch and that's what they gonna do. Some motherfuckers might not even know. Some of the cribs they might be getting sent into might be full of their family members. And they say, you ordered to kill everybody in that bitch. And we supposed to respect and love these people? hold them to a high standard, really care about them because they went through some shit, getting blown up in tanks for what? Just for them to be the same motherfuckers that get pushed back in our face to say, yeah, whenever we tell y'all to kill them, y'all gonna kill them. Even your mama, even your dad, even your cousin, even your brother. We don't get no fuck about y'all people. Y'all don't get no fuck about y'all selves. But yeah, that's all I had to say, you know what I'm saying? Y'all keep it real and I'm out.